people, welcome to another edition of the finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, here at BadLadDad HQ. How's your pumpkins getting on? Is your pumpkin pie cooking nicely? Have you managed to get yourself a Pro? Particularly, it's the SummerSlams, that's the big one. If you got yourself a SummerSlam Pro, then you're doing well, you're doing well. As for me, I must admit, I've opened a few pumpkin packs. As I admitted last time out, the temptation's just too much. But of course, they're a lot cheaper than if you were trying to buy a card pack that gives you the potential of a SummerSlam card. But we'll just very quickly have a look at the Yeldy pumpkins. No, not in there, we won't. Catalogue, let's go into SummerSlam 17. And alphabetically into the P's. We'll go to the P's. Still going to the P's. Right, okay, they've slipped down a bit. Okay. Right, someone's been added. Right, there you go. Well, as you can see, there's the Alexa Bliss card. I don't have any of the Alexa Bliss cards, but the remaining 5 male superstars, there you can see I've got one of each. I've got one of each, so there's no pros. So at the moment, although it's exciting to have them, they're not going to be much use until I can get a Pro. But of course, we've got the pack that is coming out as part of the logging in bonus. So there's a potential there. I've got King of the Ring rewards to collect, which I'm going to be doing very shortly. So there's potential there. And of course, anything else that you open. There's Team Battleground. We're doing okay now. Latest Team Battleground. We're up to 10 members again. And got a bit of a lead going. There's how long to go? 4 hours. I think that's probably going to be it for now, unless they have a late surge, which I don't think, not showing much sign of that. But as you can see, pumpkins are very much in vogue at the moment. So let's go and have a look then. Look at that pumpkin. Look at that pumpkin. Let's go and have a look at my King of the Ring, see what I got up to. I have to say, there was a King of the Ring where I was going to power up a few cards, but it's one of these where I started it late at night and I fell asleep. And then when I got back to it, after about 4 or 5 matches, I'd won 5 matches without doing anything to it. I hadn't powered anyone up, I hadn't levelled anyone up. So I thought, you know what, I'll just leave it, see how it gets on. And it did more than okay. Pretty much dominated all the way, finished top of the ladder stage and got to the final, won the final, albeit was close to disaster at one stage, the quarter-final stage. I lost the first leg of my quarter-final. Look at that fiery goodness, Jimbana. And you see I've changed my avatar yet again. Having not changed my avatar for almost a year, I've changed it virtually every day because I've been trying out different things. Randy Orton, the young Randy Orton from Survivor Card from season 1 there. Yeah, I lost my first quarter-final match. I woke up. I'd fallen asleep early evening because I've been working overnight. I'd fallen asleep early evening. I woke up with that quarter-final match gone and also about 10 minutes until Team Battleground started. And I'd earned 120 charge-up tokens. I hadn't applied any of them. So if I'd woken up 15 minutes later, I wouldn't have been a happy bunny. I know that much. Right, let's have a look then and see what we get. Now, reward-wise, always in the market for a single female. You know that. Always like a single female. So I wouldn't mind getting a single Alexa Bliss because I've already got one of her. But the big thing would be to get a pumpkin.
I think you're going to get Shinsuke Nakamura.
Where did that come from? Who was that? No idea who that was. I'm sitting here alone. I have no company. I'm being haunted by hairy little dudes.
Pumpkin.
Right, it's in keeping with Halloween. Let's have a look. See what I've got. Zack Ryder.
It'd be a Pro for me.
I don't even think I've got a single Zack Ryder, to be honest. And the new champion. United States champion, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Bazza. The big Bazza. Okay, well that was kind of disappointing, I guess, because the best way of looking and seeing what cards I've got, if we go into Road to Glory, if I do an autofill, you can see now that all bar one of the 16 male slots are taken up by SummerSlam Pros, the weakest of which I've got is Kalisto. So I don't think Zack Ryder would muscle in there, bearing in mind we've got Taker coming up as the second card for Taker for SummerSlam Event Pro, and AJ Styles as well. Yes?
Yeah, I think he's worse than Cass.
So thanks for your contribution. Female-wise, as you can see, there's Alexa event. There's Mickey, which is a straightforward standard SummerSlam, and then there's the 2 events from WrestleMania. So it's still the female front that needs sorting out. Got to sort out the female front, which is why it would be nice, perhaps, to get that Alexa Bliss pumpkin card. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. As for the 2 that I've just mentioned, Taker and AJ Styles, Taker I've got sorted, and AJ, and I have changed the images. I've gone for the GameStop image, the one from season 2. That was the freebie you could get from the PC shop, basically. And AJ Styles, I've used the SummerSlam image, but to power him up, I'm using the Royal Rumble training method that we showed you a few weeks ago and repeated for you a couple of episodes later, because quite a few of you weren't aware of this, and it was quite interesting to see your reaction to it, which is basically that. As we said before a couple of times in our videos in the last few weeks, you've got your main card in there, just stick some uncommons in there. As you can see, I've got a couple of cheeky pumpkins in too. And that will basically, you can let it play itself. The only thing you have to be wary of is the ability charge, because it doesn't touch the abilities, but the rest of it, it'll take care of it in a jiffy for you. You don't even have to bother playing it. You can just press start search and walk away from it, let it get on with it. Alright, now beyond that, what else have we got to do? We've got, coming up this week, of course, will be the second Taker. I'm just going to do a little bit of wild mode while I'm talking. Be the second Taker card. And what will be interesting will be to see the stats that come out of those pumpkin cards, because I don't know if you've noticed, but for example, the Alexa Bliss card, I don't know how much we can trust the artworks they've already given us. Because that Alexa Bliss card has got her as a right arrow, not as a, as you can see, you can't see it because I'm playing a male match. As you could see, as I was tapping her there, if I could call her up, she's a left arrow ordinarily. So whether that's a sudden change of heart on their behalf, or whether that's just artistic license gone wrong, because we've seen that before where they've had people doing some nice illustrations for them, and actually it's the little details where they slip up. So it'll be interesting to see whether the stats that were written on the cards actually bear any relation to what the cards that will evolve on Halloween will have. Because the way they're looking, they're going to be fairly competitive with those event cards. If they are, the John Cena card particularly, if it's true to what they've listed there. Again, as I say, they've probably already tweaked it as we speak, and I wouldn't be surprised to see things being a little different. But also, following on from our pumpkin video, our pumpkin special on how to identify your pumpkins and what you think you may be getting, thank you for all of your feedback. Thanks for the artworks and things that you've sent us. And I think we've now got to the point where we can identify all 16 people. I think we've had enough of the artwork sent by people, and we're had a look at it all. We can identify all 16, but perhaps I need to save that for another video on another day, so I can do another splendid job of dropping in all those cards all around me and over the top of me, as like I did last time. This one's more of a quick video, just to say hello and to check my King of the Ring rewards, which a bit disappointing, I have to admit. I do have, I'll probably be back tomorrow though, because I do have my second SummerSlam 17 Fusion to collect. Now I've been working a little bit, excuse me, on Kevin Owens, who was my first card. Long John Silver and the Pirates, they're doing their best for me down there in the Fusion Chamber. See what they can be cooking. Cooking for Big Jim. So that will be tomorrow. I think it's due to come out midnight this evening, which will be way too late for me to try and record anything, because I'll wake the whole family up, and probably way too late for you to watch it as well. Unless, of course, you're not in the UK. If you're in the States, you're 5 hours behind us, so it'll be 7 o'clock in the evening, and you'll be like, yeah, bring it on. But I won't be able to bring it on because I won't be able to record it. There you go, there's Kevin Owens there, just powering him up now. Just working on the lad. The big KO. And I got the title belt picture in because I do like a picture with a title belt, I have to say. either with a Money in the Bank briefcase or a title belt or something that's a bit different. Right, so let me know your pumpkin experiences. Have you got yourself a SummerSlam Pro yet? Are you opening these packs? I must admit, I opened the first lot on the first day and thought, well, I'm not going to do that again, so I think I've got a couple of Ultimate cards. But then the other day when I opened a couple, there was 2 SummerSlam cards, which was unexpected, but very, very, very welcome. So how many pumpkin avatars are there knocking around out there at the moment? Yeah, let me know how you're doing. Do you think you've got yourself a Pro yet? If you have you any idea what it is? Is it going to be the female? Is it the male? And of course the big day itself. I wonder what time it is. I wonder what time it is that they're going to show us what it is that we're going to get. As I've said, my 5 SummerSlam cards at the moment, although it's interesting, it's not useful. I need to get some pros going. I need to be pulling some more SummerSlam cards. So I'm desperately hoping that with Road to Glory this week, they're going to give us, in the undercard, unlike the team event, in the undercard they'll give us a pumpkin. But if they don't, then it's back to Ringdom again, isn't it? The following few days, get onto Ringdom, see if we get one that way. Got to get my hands on some more pumpkins. Need more pumpkins. Anyway, that's it for now, people. Thank you ever so much for watching. As usual, you know what to do. If you like the video, whack a few likes down below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. You can get us on all the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where there's all the banter, and of course, Twitch as well. Until I see you next time, you stay cool.